Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? Them, it's your boy Cam, Topical Juice. Apologies for the late upload. I was out last night. I'm a little bit tired, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit under the weather. I think I'm just hungover, to be honest. So I ended up having to sit through Love Island last night, or a minute ago. And I also watched Martin's interview, and I'm gonna do a video on that maybe some point today or tomorrow as well, where he kind of exposes Tanya a bit and the villa and the real reason why Shaq was crying and stuff, or the real reason, whatever. Before I start this video, I want to give a massive shout out to one of my most loyal subscribers, Anya. It's actually her birthday today. Rather than wish you a happy birthday in the voice notes on Instagram, I thought this would be a bit more special, giving you a shout out on a video. Last year, her uncle reached out to me and basically said that she's a loyal subscriber. She watches all my videos, she's bought my merchandise, this, that and the other. And this year, she's actually buying another one of my jumpers because she outgrew the last one. So Anya, thank you so much for being a loyal subscriber. I hope that you like this message. I hope you have an amazing birthday. Continue growing, continue shining. Thank you for the constant support. It means the world to me and I appreciate you. Let's get straight into this video. Like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me, press that subscribe button for me. It's road to 50k, merchandise in the description below. All of that. Now, this episode was so jokes because every single one of them on the podium, they're all talking about, yeah, I wouldn't care. I don't care what the public think anyway. We know what we have. Ron and Lana said that. Shaq and Tanya said that. All this shit. But bro, they all cared. They all cared. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not getting on the podium. I'm sorry, I'm not going up there. They all cared. I promise you, if I was on there, not one of those things would rub me up. I actually would have volunteered myself to go on every single one, just so like it makes it easier for everyone else. I would have just said, cool, I'll go out there. Cause fam, it's a game. You have to clock here that what the public see is not the real truth. It's actually heavily manipulated. So it's actually ironic because I'll be talking my opinion on this and this, but I know deep down I'm only talking my opinion on what I've been shown, not what I actually know, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And they're all just so sensitive. Kai is the only one that thinks about it critically. He's the only one. Kai continues to impress me a lot more than he did at the start of the season still. But anyway, the episode starts with Tanya basically calling out Shaq. And Tanya, you get a lot of credit from me over the last couple of episodes because I really like how their communication as a couple has developed and grown and matured. You know, but maybe a couple of weeks ago they would have snapped at each other and they would have kind of clashed a bit more. They're both very stubborn, but they're good at communicating. They're having better dialogue, and Tanya feels comfortable to call him out and basically say, "Can you apologize to Tom?" I've got no problem with that. Tanya, well done. You know, brownie points. You know what I'm saying? I always take people on a case-by-case basis. She was god awful earlier in the season. In that moment, she was really showing some good traits. So yeah, basically says that you're pushing it too far, got a little heated, and Shaq ends up apologizing then and there on the same night. In fact, minutes after they actually had the blowout. It's funny how the producers do that. They end it on a cliffhanger, but the very next episode is literally 2 minutes afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I rate Shaq for apologizing. He needed to do it. You know, Tom accepted it, whatever. He got brownie points, fine. I think he should have apologized. He never should have taken it that far anyway, but it is what it is. The hideaway's open, Kai and Sanam go in it. There's not even much to talk about this. They attach a Johnny to his shoes. I don't know if they beat or not. Jessie and Will speak. They're talking about how there's no real drama anymore, but everyone's happy. And Will basically is hinting at making her his girlfriend, and how she's allegedly been hinting at that as well, and talking about you've got my heart in your hands, whatever. I'll skip through that. Bedtime comes around, Shaq and Tanya getting cozy, Kai's massaging Sanam, and it's so jokes, bro. Out of everyone sleeping, Will is the only one that was being spooned. And all the other men were spooning their gal, and he was the only one to get spooned. Now don't get me wrong, obviously, so if I'm turning over, if I've turned over to get some sleep and a gal comes behind me, I'm not gonna push her over and let me just spoon you. You can cuddle me from behind, it's fine. But as in, 99.9% of the time, I'm gonna be this big spoon, innit? I'm a big man. You get me? Like, it's weird. I mean, again, I'm not surprised. The morning after comes and Shaq acknowledges that he went too far. They all squash it in the morning. And basically, Will and Casey are around the pool, right? And they're just enjoying themselves, having a bit of bromance dynamic. They're slapping each other's chest. They're communicating by slaps and all this. Reminded me of that Family Guy scene. I don't know if you know, you know, innit? And the girls start kind of chatting shit about them, low key. And I thought this was a bit strange. Like, they're basically saying, yeah, they're kind of annoying together. Like, I don't actually like it. I think Jessie was saying that, kind of hating a little bit. And I thought that was just a bit weird. And I actually I was more on Rosie's side. I thought Rosie had a better perspective of it. It's nice when your man can kind of be goofy and have fun and not take himself too seriously when he's around his other friends. Like, it's not that, I don't think it's that deep. I mean, maybe together they are quite maybe they're like children together and it can get a bit childish or whatever. I don't know, but I thought that was a bit weird. They basically started cussing them out low key. Yeah, Tanya basically wants her toes sucked, and boy, you better be careful. If you put your toes in his mouth, I don't think you'll be getting in bad way. Anyway, they get a text and it's the ranking game, and it's so jokes because the first one was about I didn't make substantial notes, but the first one was about fashion, I think. Oh no, attractive couples. Sorry, attractive couples. And Will was like, "Oh, Casey shouldn't be up there. He's 5'9". What is this short man agenda? What I mean, listen, I know social media be cussing out short guys, or a lot of women be cussing out short guys, but let the man live, man. Because Ron made the comment about his height yesterday or the other day, and now Will's making a comment about his height. Let the guy live, man. You know what I'm saying? He's whatever it is, what it is. Tom and Sammy basically get number one. They're the hottest couple. The three most intelligent couples. The winner of that was Kai and Sanam. Second, Will and Jessie, and third, Tom and Sammy. Intelligent. There's more intelligence in a grain of sand than there is in Tom's head. Don't get me wrong. I actually like the guy. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Tom. He's just dumb as shit though. I don't know where the public. It's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's Fiat 500 for you, or I just don't know. But that was way off. You got the top three worst dress sense. Will and Jessie first. And I don't know why Casey was shocked. Casey, you got no style. Look at your damn Elvis Presley looking glasses that you wear with like some, bro, come on man, let's be real here. Top three horniest couples, we always knew who that was gonna be. And again, they put Sam and Tommy up there. Sam and Tommy? Tom and Sammy, they put Tom and Sammy up there. Now, let's get into the juicy ones. Top three one-sided couples. And once again, Jessie and her insecurities. I'm sick and tired of it. I am sick and tired of Jessie being affected by everyone's opinions. If you need to go to therapy. Listen, shout out frontline therapists. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing therapy with them for like 13 weeks. You go to them. When you come out of the villa, you need therapy. Because your insecurities are just pissing me off now, man. Like it's getting tiring. Very, very tiring. You know, Shaq and Tanya saying, "Oh, I don't really care." But they get, they kind of get it. And basically Kai says, listen, don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart. But they all care. They all talking about how they don't care. They all cared. And it's, honestly guys, I just don't get it, man. And I even said this to someone the other day. Well, I say it all the time. Most people on this planet, are actually insecure deep down. It's why people are trolls. It's why people are unhappy to see people succeed. It's why, it's why people overthink. Like most human beings have deep-rooted insecurities. And you can just tell, everyone in the video, they're talking about how they don't care, but they all just cared. They all cared so much. And I don't know, Kai is consistent. He showed all the way back about 2 months ago when he was in the bottom three times. He showed the lack of care then. Kai is a patterned and secure individual. Like he really, really is. He's a lot more intelligent than I gave him credit for. He's secure. Like he thinks critically. Like he gets it. I really see myself in Kai in terms of the way he handles these situations. I can't even remember who they voted the most one-sided couple. Shit, why did I not write that down? Was it Will and Jessie? Or was it Shaq and Tanya? I think it might have been Shaq and Tanya. Yeah, it might be Shaq and Tanya, but either way, again, the logic is because Tanya's head turned. She came back and you get it, like. But Shaq and Tanya have certainly grown as a couple for sure. I will give them credit for that, no doubt. Top three heads turned out the villa. Right, again, they all don't like it naturally, but third place, Shania. Second place, Ron and Lana, and first place, Casey and Rosie. Sorry, I've missed one. The top three most argumentative couples. Casey and Rosie got number one, I feel. Or number two. Casey and Rosie got number two, Shaq and Tanya got number one. That's what they came first for. I don't know what the other one was then. But how can you put Casey and Rosie up there? That was a cop-out. Let's be real here, that's a cop-out. Casey and Rosie haven't argued once. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was very strange. I don't really get that one. Yeah, Rosie had a go at Casey for talking about the kiss, but that wasn't an argument. That was I think that was a cop-out still from the public. I don't know where you got that from. Top three heads turning. Ron and Lana was number two, and Casey and Rosie number one. Fair, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because Casey. I don't really know what to think about that one, but Ron and Lana, it was interesting how they started getting involved in the worst ones, you know what I'm saying? Heads turning, least sexual chemistry, most game playing, you know what I'm saying? Now, guys, the sexual chemistry one, it had to be them. And we can all see it from the TV. We all see it from the TV. We all think they look better as flipping brother and sister than they do boyfriend and girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny that everyone in the villa can see it as well. They're not touchy-feely, they're just not... They just come across, they're goofy and like giddy together, kind of. But it's not, even giddy is maybe the wrong word, but even so, it's a bit, I don't know, they look like friends in it, but ultimately they know what they know, as they all say, whatever. Now, top 3 most game playing couples. This is where, again, everyone takes it to heart. Like, it's not nice to hear, of course, but whatever. You have to view it from the point of view from the public and what has gone on in the villa. But again, they don't know what they've been shown. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't know what we've been shown, sorry. They don't know what the public have seen. So I get that one's a bit difficult, but you can tell the energy was just going down and down and down, and then straight away, yeah, it's so funny. Shaq and Tanya go, sorry guys, I'm not going up there. Bro, you better shut your mouth and humble yourself and get your ass up there, as you did. Play ball, you better fall in line, you understand? It's so funny how we're not going up there. No way we're going up there. And then what happens? You go up there. Of all the things I've cussed them out, yeah, I've never actually accused them, or Shaq at least, of playing a game. But Martin's interview was interesting. He believed, like from his perspective, he is playing a game. Or the way he framed it was that basically everyone's playing a game. You know, like the way Sammy took Tom back, the way Jessie took Will back after Casa. I did say, to be fair, what are they going to do if they don't take him back and get over it? They're going to go home. And I should have actually applied that same logic to Shaq as well. So by that logic, you could argue that he's playing a game, because on the outside world, would he have accepted that, what Tanya did to him over and over again, the constant disrespect? Most likely not. But but then again, well, Martin said most likely not. I think he would. I genuinely think he probably would have taken her back in real life. That's what I think. I don't think he respects himself that much, too, if I'm being honest, to be treated like that. Like me, you treat me like that, I'm gone. I've got too much self-respect. You treat me like that, I am going home. Do you understand? Like, Love Island, it's not that deep for me. I've been in there 5 weeks. You get me? I can leave with my head held high, with my respect and ratings from most likely ratings from the public. You understand? Again, Kai's the only sharp one using logic to kind of defuse the situation. Shaq basically throws Ron under the bus and says what I've been saying in my videos, says what a lot of my fellow content creators have been saying in their videos, is that, you know, they could argue that Ron made him his girlfriend because Lana's popular. Now, bro, I'll be real with you. Lana ain't that popular. We don't care about Lana. She's a side thing. She's literally like, she's an ad-lib fam. You know what I'm saying? You know, people be rapping, shoot, she's the one that goes, yo, Shawty, one. You know what I'm saying? She ain't the main event. She's a proper side dish. Lana, in my opinion, ain't that popular. She was just riding Olivia's nuts, and she was just everyone's sidekick. You know what I'm saying? She was Robin. She weren't Batman. So I actually disagree with. I disagree with that, but I agree with the point he's making. I believe Ron made Lana his girl at a very convenient time. You understand? You know, coming to the end of the show, it makes sense. They've been loyal to each other for weeks now. You get it? So big up Shaq for actually being honest and saying what some people could think. But let's actually be real here. If you're, I know a lot of people are saying, oh no, it's just what the public think. If you're bringing that to the table, that's not just what the public think. Obviously, you think that as well. And it's obvious because, I don't know, like, people have said that. People have actually said that Shaq might like Lana. I don't believe that. But I can see why people would say that. I can see why, because he really does ride for Lana in ways that are quite, like, extra. But I don't think he likes Lana, but he does suck her ass a lot though still. Jessie, when they're on the podium, Jessie makes a comment about Claudia, very loud, very unnecessary. Oh, it's like Claudia's gone. She's been out the villa 2 days, and it's like she was never here. Like, fam, shut up. Before she even said Claudia's name, I even forgot who Claudia was. I didn't even think about Claudia. Ding dong, the witch is dead. You know what I'm saying? But both of the witches are dead. So like, why are you bringing up Claudia? Who cares? Jessie is one. If there was the most annoying couple, annoying contestant, it would be Jessie wholeheartedly. Third place was Ron and Lana anyway as game playing couples. Second place was Shaq and Tanya, and first place was Casey and Rosie. Whatever. The aftermath, yeah, Rosie was hurt at the fashion sense comment, and that's not her fault. That was certainly due to Casey. Casey's fashion sense is terrible. And she was basically saying, you know, I studied fashion for 3 years. I was a personal shopper, like rah. So yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being a bit hurt, but that was definitely Casey. Casey obviously starts talking about Jessie's weird comment. Again, I actually rate them for biting their tongue up there. I would have been like, Jessie, shut up. If I'm on the podium, I will literally be staring at Jessie. What's your problem? But yeah, he's a better man than me still. They basically acknowledge the Ron and Lana situation, and they react to Shaq's comments. And again, it's funny because the way that Sammy was talking about it was like kind of like it was a bit left field and a bit outlandish and rah rah rah. But then 2 minutes later, she's kind of like saying, I do actually rate him for kind of Sammy. Like Sammy's just not the girl that she was when she came in, man. I think she's just been vilified. You know, when people are in the villa for too long, all you can do is talk about other people and just flip floppy dons. Like, I'm just not built like these people. That's why I can never go on Love Island. I'm not built like these people. You know what I'm saying? It's just anyway. Ron and Lana have their little conversation. They're talking about how they're not PDA people. All right, mate. They're not a fan of jumping on each other, etc., etc. Now, I get that to an extent. There's about 80 cameras on you at once. I think even more than that. Maybe like 500 or something. I don't even know. But you know, they're talking about how we know what we're like. We don't need anyone to see what we're like. But the last one was a bit sore about the gameplay one. But again, they're talking about how I'm not bothered. They categorically said, I'm not bothered though. But you are bothered. You're all bothered. And again, they think about Shaq's comments. Now, Shaq and Tanya are sitting there as well. And again, they're saying, as long as we're good, we're good. You know, this is love, I love you too. And they took it all right. They were quite hot and heavy at the game. They were getting a bit irate, but afterwards, they squashed it. And there is no denying that they do have, they've got the most chemistry. They've got the most sexual chemistry. They've actually got the most normal chemistry. They get on with each other. They really do. And there's no denying that. You know what I'm saying? Like my criticism of them has always been Shaq's big mouth and getting involved in things and his lack of self-respect. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to how Tanya's treated him. And obviously my quarrels with Tanya is she gaslights people. She's extremely stubborn and disrespectful. But together, they are good. They're great TV, if I'm being honest. Together, they're a great watch, and there's no denying that. They got chemistry. Will and Jessie speak, and this mood just started fake crying again. Not one tear fell. Yeah, just talking about how that's one of my biggest insecurities. This is why I always knew that you thought that I like you more, and you like me more, whatever it was. And I'm just bored. I'm not even gonna address this, man. I'm just bored of her. Like, I really want. What scares me? It scares me that Jessie and Will are gonna win. That scares me, if I'm being honest. How Kai and Sanam must win. I've said this every video. They must win. And if we do our job right, they'll win. But I'm worried that Jessie and Will might go quite far. This girl is truly one of the worst. Now we've got Claudia and Olivia out. We must get Jessie out. Genuinely, she's just so annoying. And then the girl had the cheek to say, I don't usually get emotional. You've literally cried about 10,000 times. Or cried about 10,000 times. Honestly, I'm just bored. In fact, I'm actually gonna give Jessie the donut of the day for this. I'm gonna give Jessie the donut of the day for this because I'm so bored of her being so worked up by other people's opinions. And Will always has to bend to the will of her. He always has to, you know, he's so good at, you know, kind of validating her feelings and saying, you know, you're right to feel like this, and I agree with you. And I don't blame Will for that. That does show maturity and stuff, and empathy. But at the end of the day, yeah, he needs to grow a backbone and start saying, Jessie, I understand that you've got these insecurities, but please don't let all these other opinions kind of work you up and affect us. If you know what we have and we know what we have, then leave it at that. But Jessie is so insecure, and all she does is cry and get emotional. And her, do you remember when she wasn't in the bottom? When she wasn't in the bottom for the voting? Her mood was so, it picked her up because she was being validated by other people's opinions. That's the only way she can function, is if she knows that other people kind of feel the same way as her. She genuinely is a donut, man, and she must go. Sanam clocks Kai. I wouldn't have been there without her. Good one. I agree, because yeah, Kai was a knob before meeting you, to be fair. Rosie took it as an indirect when Jessie was talking about, basically Jessie made a comment about, you know the comment I'm making, my brain's fried, you know the comment, and Rosie basically took it as an indirect. I actually didn't take it as an indirect. I thought she was talking about Shaq and Tanya. Because, I don't know, I thought Rosie was like, who are you indirecting there? And I thought, Rosie, what are you talking about? But I understand if she took it that way, then I actually also rate her for calling her out on it. Because if Jessie was being sort of indirecting her, then I rate Rosie for kind of having the cojones to be like, say it with your chest, innit? Who are you talking about? But obviously Jessie's not a chesty person. But in the end, Shaq basically, at the end, it's just about, they're just talking about the Shaq comment. And, you know, Shaq spoke his mind at the end of the day, and he got it right, in my opinion. And, you know, Ron was so funny because he said that comment was so rogue that there's no way in hell that the public can think that. Bro, why do you think you're up there then? So what do you think the public must be thinking to vote you as the most game player or second most game playing couple, whatever it was? You must have some introspection. Have some kind of self-awareness. How can that comment be so left field, so rogue, when you literally got voted as a game playing couple? So what must the public think? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's honestly, some people are so deluded. And I could give Ron a donut of the day for that, but Jessie just annoys the hell out of me. We didn't get a preview of tomorrow's episode, but yeah, anyway guys, let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe. What the hell do I know, man? I'm just a hungover man in his 20s. Peace.